Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is, well, December 13th, and you see that update inbound right here? Baro is here, but that also means that Warframe 1999 is dropping. If you've been waiting for it, now's your chance. We will finally be able to see what has been in store for us for all of the new, well, frames, the Gemini frames, and what Saito 9 has waiting for us. Let's see. First in store is a primed reach. If you haven't gotten this yet in the past, I would definitely recommend it because, well, I mean, it's primed reach. It helps a lot for your melees to make them more comfortable to use, especially if you're not using melee influence. Then this is what gives them that killing power, because even without, like, the follow-through stat, considering you lose damage, you lose all of your damage if you're not hitting your enemies. So normally Prime Breach is still used on most weapons either way for just fodder killing. Fang Fusillade, this is kind of niche. I think right now the main one that comes to mind is Trumna that uses... No, not Trumna. Oh my god, why can't I remember the name? It's old school Incarnon rifle. The first one of the 3 series from the Syndicate. But that's really the only one I can think of right now that uses this. It's a little bit niche. You can pick it up whenever you want by just like trading with people. It's not too expensive. Prime Demo stock. This one is an interesting one. So I use this on my Kubahek. I also have this as one of the possible builds on my Tenet Archiplasmor. So I would still recommend grabbing this as it's a solid choice, since it is slightly more efficient than the reload mod, though personally because of Arca's super slow reload speed, if I'm not on a reload frame, then I would be using the reload one on it. But yeah, this is here, I would still recommend picking it up. Prime Cleanse Corpus, hey! It's a Technocyte virus, and Coda coming later. Well, not today. They said it had to be delayed. And that's infested instead, right? But if you're still farming Sisters of Parvos, then this is available there, or for doing endurance runs. Prime Cleanse Infested, perfect timing for the update. Granted, it is for shotgun, which is a little bit more niche of a weapon archetype, but it is there if you'd like to pick it up too as well to deal with the 1999 or Y2K virus. A bit better. Yamako and Dana. I was never too fond of the materials used for this, but it is available in shop if you'd like to pick it up. Then we also got the Quanta Vandal. This one is pretty fun. Pure Electric. High status. And funny little alt fire to go with it too. But the main reason to use this is for grouping showcases and stuff and whatnot, because man, it just absolutely shreds there. So I would still recommend picking it up as it is one of the better beam weapons. We have Inarl's Tomb Scene, the typical Captura option. I actually find as one of the older scenes, the lighting is a little bit blown up and doesn't work that well for the shots, but, well, your mileage may vary. Maybe you can get something to work with it. We have Grust Strike 3 Beacon. If you've been trying to farm them and get a particular drop, then it's once again available in the store. Teer Glyph, if you want to impersonate him himself, look at those pursed lips. But yeah, it is available here. Or if you want to be a cat girl, the ears, Atmos earpiece, have returned once again. We also have our Hydroid Immortal skin. Yeah, you've already heard my piece enough times on Immortal skins on how they don't really obey the texturing of the Warframe itself, but if you for some reason like the Hydroid Immortal skin, it is there. We have Relixa series returning once more for the Redeemer. Ceremonial-esque. Main reason for these is for some Captura shots and faster frame. I still think it looks pretty nice with all the intricate detailing and high-res textures, so it is there too. Prisma Obex, yeah, okay, so these are decent as they are right now. And I guess you could do funnies with impact, and it's pretty good crit and status as the archetype for the melee is pretty good. The only problem is that they're just sparring archetype. And there's not that many crazy things we can do right now, unfortunately, as nothing really synergizes with them that well. Even its own acid shells type augment is really hard to make use of because it requires ground finishers, and like imagine trying to set all of this up to do ground finishers to kill stuff in a small AoE and still be affected by armor. Okay, so Neo 01 Relic returns once more if you're looking for Aklex, Volt, or Odonata stuff. Then we have another Elixir skin series for the Opticore. Okay, so this one you can really see the detailing and high resolution on them for that, as I said, ceremonial-esque vibes. It does look pretty cool here with that ancient little gear spinning for the barrel where the laser usually comes out of. And then we have our Taxon Desert camo skin. I mean, it exists. That's all I can really say. I don't think most people pay attention to their Taxon that much. We have our Mad Luxem ornament that can use in your orbiter or as a decoration for your dojo as a placeable. And then our Prisma Lotus emblem on your shoulders, which looks like that. Pretty normal. And then our entire Tennokai collection. Now these, remember, come from TennoCon. From, I believe, this one was a while ago. I think this was 2 years ago? Or was it this year's? I don't even really remember now. That's it's been too long and it doesn't exactly say right here. But if you don't pick it up from him, there's no other way to get them. So now's or never. You gotta decide if you actually like their aesthetic or not. We've got the chest plates here too, and then the matching leg plates too as well. A little bit more of a samurai vibes. I think it kind of reminds me a little bit of Gara Prime. So that's what you'd get out of it. Then we have our Noggle statue from Teshin New War. Typical decoration that you can put in your orbiter. I'm sure some of you have too many of these at this point, and some of us have barely any of them. So it's comes down to whether or not you like to collect these. We have our Telemon Dance of Death returning once more too as well. This kind of reminds me of the glassing event from Nightwave, even though I know it's not really the same theme, different kind of crystals and stuff. I have our Excalibur Proto Armor in action glyph. A little bit of a callback to Dark Sectors, which is perfect timing because Warframe 1999 is dropping today, which clearly references back to Dark Sectors old techno site virus quite a fair bit. And we've got our Prisma Lens. Pretty sure by now if you pick this one up, people will finally understand what I mean about how it is a very finicky weapon to use. It's a decent weapon, but it's not a Brahma, because I know some people left in my things in the chat that was like, oh, it's better than Brahma. It's not. But it's a fun collector's piece, very satisfying to shoot, and still works quite well. Just be aware that the fire rate in AoE size means that generally it's going to take a moment for you to realize if you actually have to shoot again to kill or if they are actually dead on the first shot. It still also has self-stagger, so keep that in mind too. But yeah, it's a very fun one. Primed dual rounds. If you like running Profit Taker, or if you just want any kind of longevity on your Archgun build, get this. There's no replacement. Like, seriously, just get this. It's the easier way to make sure you shoot out at least 2 bullets on your Archgun at once. This is the first time I believe it has come back. You definitely won't want to let it slip by. We've also got our Solstice Sindana once again with the weird texturing, not really reflecting light at all properly. But it is with Teer once more this time. Our Cookie Kavat glyph, and then we also got our Kubro cookie glyph. And then Wintercrest Sandana, the slightly better material one, but it still has that rather bulky piece up top there that you'd have to deal with. It is here probably all the way through until spring rolls around, and then Sands of Gnarls Blueprint, as always, for, well, Gnarls himself. Or if you show up with this prime, you'll get the Lost Signal one as an escort mission for Baro, and then the Fate Path Ephemera 2, as always. That's what Baro has brought this week. As a reminder, this is the Warframe 1999 update you see dropping right down in the corner. If you've been waiting for it, now's your chance to finally come back. I'll be playing it a bit later today. I have a couple things I need to do this morning, so I'll not be able to get around to doing it. As I always say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I appreciate sticking around. A like and subscribe goes a long way to help the channel, and I'll see you all next time.